Hi everyone. Today we are going to see a different topic. It's GST, Goods and Service Tax. Before going into the concept, let me explain few basic things, that is cost price, selling price, discount. We learned this in our lower classes. Cost price is the price at which a seller buys the item. Selling price is the price at which the seller sells the item. Discount is something which is applicable on the mark to price. Mark to price is the seller marks up the price so that he can keep a profit on the cost price before he sells it. Earlier we had VAT system. If we buy something, we have to pay the tax to the government. For example, if you buy a shirt worth rupees 1000 and the tax for this is 10%. So the total amount you have to pay will be 1000 rupees plus 10% on 1000. So 10 by 100 on 1000. This will be 1100. Moving to GST. GST is an indirect tax levied on the supply of goods and services. In India, there were a lot of taxes like excess duty, service duty, entertainment duty, customs duty, etc. So the government decided to bring the country under one tax. Then comes the GST. Whenever we buy something, we pay GST. You may have seen a lot of bills where it is written CGST and SGST. Let me explain about CGST and SGST later on. Moving to the slabs of GST. So we have a certain slab in our country. At present, for grains, sanitary napkins, etc., for these items, we don't have any GST. For stones like this, the GST percentage is 0.25. For sugar, oil, edible items, the GST percentage is 5. Computer, monitors, spectacles, for these kind of items, the rate of interest is 12%. Oil, soaps, for these things, the GST is 18%. Whereas for AC, refrigerator, etc., for these things, it's 28%. Moving on to interstate transaction, sales of goods and services within the state. Next one is intrastate. This is sales of goods and services outside the state. Let me explain the intrastate with a small example. Imagine that the wholesaler is selling a particular good to a dealer and the transaction is done in the Karnataka state. Again, the dealer is selling the same good to the customer. This transaction is also done in the same state. If the goods are sold within the state, then it comes under intrastate. Whereas in interstate, from the wholesaler to dealer, this transaction, if it is in the Karnataka state, and from dealer to customer, if this is in Tamil Nadu state. So initially from wholesaler to dealer it is Karnataka, and from dealer is selling to a person who is in Tamil Nadu, so it is outside the state, so which comes under interstate. Here comes the types of GST. GST is mainly calculated as two things, intrastate and interstate. And under intrastate, we have two kinds of GST. One is CGST, the other one is SGST and UTGST. CGST will be collected by the central government, whereas SGST collected by the state government. UTGST means if it is a union territory, it is called as UTGST. Coming to interstate, in interstate we won't calculate CGST and SGST, instead it will be calculated as IGST. IGST, this amount also will go to the central government. In case of intrastate, suppose if you are purchasing a good worth rupees 2000 and the rate of tax is equal to 12%. If the purchase is intrastate, what will happen is half of this, that is 6%, will be calculated as CGST and the remaining half, another 6%, will be calculated as SGST. CGST is 6%. So 6% on the cost price. 6 by 100 on 2000, that is 120. Again, SGST, this amount is also 120. So the total amount what to be paid for the particular good will be rupees 2000, that is the cost price, plus CGST and plus SGST is rupees 2240. Same thing, if you purchase it, the cost price of the good will be 2000 and plus IGST. IGST will be calculated together. 12% will be calculated together. So 12 by 100 into 2000. So the total cost will be again 2240 rupees. It's very simple, children. Remember, when you are calculating CGST and SGST, half of the rate you have to take it. When you are calculating IGST, the full rate you will take. Moving to input tax and output tax. Input tax, the GST paid by the dealer when he purchases a good or services from a manufacturer or wholesaler. And output taxes, the GST paid by the consumer when he purchases a good or services from the dealer. So let me explain input and output with an example. Suppose if the manufacturer is selling a particular good to a dealer and the selling price of the item, if it is 10,000 rupees and the GST percentage is 12, the selling price will be the cost price for the dealer and he has to pay 12% on this one. When we calculate it, so 12 by 100 into 10,000 is 1200. This will be the input tax for the dealer. And when the dealer is selling the same good to a consumer, but he will not sell at the same price, definitely he needs some profit. So he will mark up the price if the profit is equal to 5,000 rupees. His selling price will be equal to 15,000 and charges the same rate. So the tax which is paid by the consumer to the dealer, that is 12 by 100 into 15,000, which will be equal to 1,800. So this will be the output tax. You may be wondering whether the government will take both the tax. That is not the process. After finding input tax and output tax, the net tax, that is the tax payable, will be equal to output tax minus input tax. This is otherwise called as net GST. The net GST will be rupees 600. The overall tax of this particular question will be what the dealer is paying to the manufacturer, 1,200 plus from the consumer what the dealer is receiving. So in that the net GST 600. So these two will be collected by the government. Instead of calculating the net GST by output tax minus input tax, the same thing can also be calculated on the profit. The profit what the dealer is making while selling the product. So in this question it is 5,000 rupees. So net GST will be equal to, here using the other form, the tax what is applicable is 12%. So 12 by 100 into profit. That also will be equal to the net GST. So when we calculate here, again we will get the same rupees 600. Hope you all understood, children. In the following videos, we will see questions regarding GST.